I'm Jonathan Howland. I'm the Dean of Faculty, and I've been teaching at Urban for more than 20 years. We're smitten with this question as to whether our program works or not, and what the metrics are that we would cite as evidence for whether it does or not. I would propose to you that one metric for whether a school is a vital, energetic, inquiring place for learning is the degree to which they do take this question seriously. Most schools rely on outside agencies to verify their efforts and to authenticate the validity of the degrees that they grant. Examples would be college admissions record, scores on advanced placement exams, SAT scores, that sort of thing. In public schools, ERB scores come to mind. We track these metrics as well. More than 80% of our students who took AP exams last year got passing scores, more than 60% 4s and 5s. But that's not the measure of our success. What we're looking for in urban students, indeed, is a passion for learning, expressed in the authority and the discipline and the competency that they achieve in each of the 7 disciplines that we offer at the school, in addition to athletics and other activities.
My name is Henri Picciotto. I've been teaching math here at Urban for almost 30 years. It's been a great 30 years because we've had a chance to really develop our program following our values and our beliefs. We have an extremely wide range of kids coming into Urban as far as math levels, from some whizzes to kids for whom math is difficult and not fun. And we have to work with the whole range of kids. And I don't know that it's obvious in the course of a few weeks or even a whole term that something has been learned or how much has been learned, but it is very clear by the end of the 4 years. Visitors comment on the difference between just in the classroom atmosphere between our 9th grade math class and our 12th grade math class, where by the time they hit 12th grade, they're able to know what they don't know, ask each other questions, offer each other help. They've matured a lot as learners, which really is more important than how well they know the Pythagorean theorem. You know, they've developed an approach to learning that's self-reliant and collaborative. The way we get there is what we call disciplinary learning, where we try and have them function like mathematicians, and we always try and approach topics from a range of points of views, which is good in 2 ways. On the one hand, it helps a student who doesn't get it the first time, when we approach it a different way. But for the kid who did get it the first time, it's also very important because they start seeing that in maths, the same phenomenon can be seen in very different ways. And likewise for solving a problem, it can be solved visually, it can be solved numerically, it can be solved geometrically, it can be solved graphically. There are many approaches to any one math problem, and instead of emphasizing what's the quickest or easiest or fastest way to do it, the best way, our emphasis is let's learn many ways to do it, and this way reach more kids and give more depth of understanding to all of them.
So one of the metrics of a successful urban student would be someone who comes into the school as a clumsy artist or drawer who ends up putting together a portfolio of original work as a senior and becomes quite devoted to his or her artistic and aesthetic interests and activities. Another would be somebody who comes into the school believing that he or she has very little ability in mathematics, pursuing math all the way through calculus and actually learning to love the subject, to appreciate its intricacies, its complexity, its challenges. The same is true in every discipline and every activity at the school. We're not looking for people to develop their strengths merely, but also to embrace the things that resist them and to develop some facility and some competency in all 7 of our disciplines. Talking about teaching is actually pretty easy. It's a principal anxiety of most teachers. What will I do tomorrow? Talking about learning is quite difficult. And one reason that the larger panoply of educational institutions has devolved into a kind of obedience to standardized testing is they're looking for some simple, accessible way of gaining a metric for what it is students can do or know. We believe that student learning is quite complicated, quite rich, is expressed in many forms, and we're interested in developing metrics that are appropriate to our purposes. These include some standardized metrics like SAT scores, advanced placement exams, and college admissions, but they also include a certain fire that I would trace back to our school's mission. We're looking for evidence of a passion for learning.